Welcome to Just the Story. It was the late 90s. In those days, you paid by the hour to be on the internet. You paid both the service provider as well as your phone company. You could be paying as much as $5 an hour just to be on the internet. As you might have figured, I was willing to talk to anyone, sort of like now. So I spent a lot of time on the internet. Now, there were no movies on the internet. There were no emojis on the internet. Just solid blocks of text. I began talking to a woman that lived in the same town as me. Well, it was Los Angeles, so the chances were pretty good I'd be talking to someone in the area. We talked for a while before deciding that paying $5 an hour was a major waste of money. I gave her my phone number. In those days, there was no number tracing, so she could feel safe calling me because I wouldn't have her number. She called me, and we talked for hours. After 3 nights of talking, we decided it was time to meet, but not a date, just for coffee. She picked the place. It was kind of far from my house, but I figured my car, who I had lovingly named the Spad, could make it. Maybe. The car was a gift from a friend of mine who didn't need it anymore. The driver's side door had stopped working, so I always had to get in on the passenger side. And it left an unidentifiable liquid no one could diagnose wherever it went. Part of the reason I said I would go was there was a bookstore near the coffee house. The store would be a treat for me after the date. Well, we met and had coffee. I was not wearing my best clothes, and I looked pretty rough, but it was a public place, so she felt safe. We got along famously. We talked and we talked and we talked, and I noticed that the bookstore closing time was getting pretty close. But I didn't want to stop the date, so I took a leap. I said, I'm having a wonderful time, but there's a bookstore right around the corner from here, and I never get out this way. I'd like to go check it out. Do you want to come? She said yes. We went into the used bookstore, and the time flew as we compared what each of us had read and what the other had read. I asked her if she read one particular series that was my favorite. She said she hadn't. I plucked one of those books from the shelf, and I bought it for her. She said later, that's when she knew I was the one she wanted to marry. And we did. Happy anniversary, love. That's just the story. Hi, I'm DM Fitzgerald. I'm the creator of Just the Story. If you enjoyed our program, please like and subscribe because we have a ton of more content coming your way.